Jilla their H+III+T to boot that dang on time. Happy New Year and all that. Time for the last video of 2016. We just lost to the Rockets. I don't think anybody was surprised about that, but the foolishness factor was so high tonight. I honestly didn't think we'd really have much to talk about, but we do. So let's just get right into it. Let's start out with number one. Porzingis wasn't able to play because of his Achilles or whatever, so he didn't get to play. Kyle Quinn was sick, so he didn't get to play. And who else didn't play? Courtney Lee is still hurt with his wrist, so he didn't play. When I saw Kyle and KP weren't playing, I went ahead and just chalked it up as a loss. I'm keeping it all the way with Howie. But, you know, to make up for the lack of people that we had, this was the starting lineup for tonight. Tell me if any of this sounds just more off the wall than a Michael Jackson album. Brandon Jennings, Derrick Rose, Lance Thomas, Carmelo Anthony, and Joakim Noah. Why did we call up Plumlee if he didn't even play? Why did we call up Baker if he didn't play? So many questions we'll just never have answers to. But another question is, why was Brandon Jennings starting alongside Derrick Rose? Now, I said, okay, you know what, that's fine. I'm sure what they're trying to do is do like what Mike Woodson did, you know, how he would have, you know, Pablo Prigioni and Raymond Felton start at the same time. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. The game starts, and I'm noticing Brandon Jennings is handling the ball quite a bit. And I said to myself, is Brandon Jennings running point and Derrick Rose is our shooting guard tonight? Now, I know there's a difference in height. I'm aware of that. But just because you're shorter does not mean you're automatically the point guard of the team. Brandon Jennings played point over Derrick Rose. Now, if that's not enough to convince you that Jeff Hornacek hasn't the slightest idea what he's doing, let me bring up the last part of that lineup again. Carmelo Anthony was our power forward tonight. Those of you guys who remember, putting Carmelo at the 4 didn't go so hot last time we tried that, did it? What happened? He got hurt, and the man is already out there on a bum knee, even though he just got surgery for it. He just got surgery for his knee. He's already hurt, and he goes out there. So, logically, the decision is to put him at the 4. And what happened? He got hurt and couldn't come out for the... I don't understand what Jeff Hornacek is doing, guys, and I'm disgusted. Brandon Jennings, even though he took some really stupid shots tonight, my gosh, keep him coming off the bench, was able to score 30-something, so that's nice. He's our new J.R. Smith. Every now and again, he's going to score a bunch of points, but it's best he's the 6th man. Let's keep it the way it is. Derrick Rose had another good game, wasted. Joakim Noah had another great game, wasted. Kuz came off the bench, had a great game, wasted. I happen to think that as a backup, Hernan Gomez came through, wasted. I mean, are you noticing a trend? Holiday came through, another waste. And if you're wondering how it is that we lost, it's not because the bums weren't hitting their shots. I actually thought they played well. Jennings really was making me pull out my freaking hair with some of the shots he took. And yes, I understand he scored a lot of points, but just like with Carmelo, just because you score a bunch of points doesn't mean you're doing a good job as doing your job, but that's not him, especially since he was a freaking point guard tonight, but that's not here nor there. the Knicks decided to play defense for, let's say, hypothetically, an NBA game is it 48 minutes? I don't know. Let's say for the purpose of this video, an NBA game is 48 minutes. They played defense for about 40, and when it mattered, they just stopped completely. I mean, in the preseason, literally our first game, I got on here. Goodness, our first game, I got on here and said, you know, this Ryan Anderson guy's pretty good at threes. We should probably address the defense before they kill us in the regular season. We played them in the regular season. I said, you know, this Ryan Anderson guy's pretty good at shooting threes. We should probably address this and get our defense right before we play them again. The last time we played them this year, again, Anderson is taking threes from half court, wide open, uncontested. My goodness, I'll live with Harden dropping 50 on us, but you gotta guard that guy. And if his name's not Ryan Anderson, it doesn't matter. This is a Knicks video. Don't nobody care about y'all. Another point I want to bring up, just because I just need you guys to understand where I'm coming from. I really like. Because I could go Stephen A. Smith on y'all and just ignore what you guys are saying, but I'm trying to make this a conversation with my videos. Did you see what James Harden did tonight? Did you see the way the man was unconsciously scoring? I'm not going to bring up his, 17 assists and 19 rebounds? We're not going to bring that part up. But James Harden is another offensive bum that just shoots a bunch of shots and doesn't seem to care about his dang on teammates. That's not the case this year anymore. So I can't paint him in the total mellow picture, but just the fact that he's a bum that takes a crap ton of shots. This man dropped 50 on us because he could. Because he could. The man dribbling between the legs. Hernan Gomez got his hand right here, like he's grooming the man's beard. Just pulls up for three, hits it, does a little hotline bling. That is what a top 5 scorer does. Carmelo Anthony is not on James Harden's level. And if you're going to sit here after what we just watched tonight, and I know what you're going to say, H+III+T, he was hurt. I'm not talking about tonight. Carmelo shouldn't even played. I don't understand why Porzingis, year 2 in the league, has a higher basketball IQ than Carmelo at this point, but that's not here nor there. Carmelo shouldn't even play tonight, but that's not here nor there. Current Carmelo Anthony compared to what we just saw from James Harden. Damian Lillard will do the same thing to you. Guys, he's not that good anymore. He's not. He's a bum. I swear to Moses, the first comment I see defending him, I'm doing it. Stapling myself to a UPS truck, and I'm going across the country because I'm in awe at what you guys see in this guy. Carmelo Anthony is always going to be my favorite player, and he used to be my hero at one point. Those days have long gone. I don't know how you guys can see what James Harden and what every star on every team does to us. I mean, gosh, freaking Anthony Davis comes. That's not a hint of that. Let's talk about the Knicks. Let me stop bashing Carmelo. We lost. We suck. All hope is gone. Throwing in the towel. I'm gonna continue to make dang on Knicks videos. Obviously, I'm a continue to cover every game. We go through this every year here on Sever the Bond. We get some false hope about the Knicks, and then the bottom just falls out. Ladies and gentlemen, we have gone from the 3rd best team in the East to, what are we, 16 and 17, just like last year. We got to 22 and 22, and then Knicks, I think we're cursed. I don't know what to say. Happy New Year. Carmelo's a bum. Fire Jeff Hornacek, please. Leave down below. Who would you Who would you rather leave your girlfriend in an elevator with? James Rice or Derrick Rose? Leave that down below. I'm gonna throw Kobe Bryant in there too. Definitely. Who would you leave your girlfriend in an elevator with? Let me know.